series on how to create um, an application using Clerk.com as authentication, and we're going to have a front end application which is going to be Remix, and in a follow-up video I'm going to show you how you can connect to a backend like Laravel and use your Clerk authentication to do that. So let's get started. First, we need to create a new Clerk.com application. So mine's just going to be called Recipe Central. And I'm going to deselect this Google provider just because I don't want to actually set up Google as a provider. So we'll get rid of that one, keep the email, and we'll create our application. And we're going to pause here for a minute. I need to create a Remix application. So we'll do this real quick. And we're going to call this Recipe Central. We can initialize a new Git repository, install dependencies. Okay. So now we're going to change into our Recipe Central and open up PHP Storm. All right. Now we can come to our instructions here. We're going to switch to Remix. We're going to copy our keys to the clipboard, and then I'm going to paste them into an env file. And I'm going to cut it right here. All right. So we're back. So all I did was paste those into the .env file. So nothing too amazing there. We're going to go to the Remix guide now. Install Clerk Remix. We already set our environment keys. Then we're going to configure root auth loader. So that's this. So we need to put that in our root.tsx, which is right here. And import our dependencies here. Okay. Next, we're going to configure Clerk app. So basically, that just involves coming down here. We're going to delete this export default function thing, and we're going to say export default Clerk app. And import that dependency. And should be good. So we're going to skip the client side. We're going to do server side authentication. So we're just going to head over here. I'll make a new TypeScript file. We're going to call it dashboard. Basically, this is just going to be a basic endpoint here. Nothing too crazy. And just to make sure this works, we're going to run npm run dev. And we should still be able to see that because I haven't actually done the authentication yet. So we'll go here and go to dashboard. And this is what we'll see after we set up our authentication. Okay. So next, we need to do this. So I'm going to add this loader function in. And basically, I'll talk you through it here. But basically, this just uses the constant loader. It uses this get auth hook from SSR server that pulls in basically, am I authenticated? If I'm not, then it redirects to a sign-in endpoint, which we haven't created yet, but it should still work, at least at this stage. So if you notice, it actually already redirected, but if I go back to dashboard, it's redirecting to sign in. But we have a 404 because we haven't set that up yet. So we can do that by following this guide. And I'm just going to copy paste this entire thing. Really doesn't need to be anything super special here. We're going to create a new TypeScript file, and it's going to be called just signup.$.tsx and paste. Okay. All right, and then we also need a sign in page, which is what I was missing before. So we'll also do that one. So we'll say new TypeScript sign in $.sign. This is the one I really care about in our case. So we'll do this one. Paste that one in there like this, and then we should, with any luck, get our sign-in route. And you can see that it's got this nice little login button here. Now I don't have a user yet, so I'm going to go ahead and set up one. We're in Recipe Central, so I'm going to go to users, create a user, and I'm going to use my real email here. So I guess feel free to spam me. I'm just going to use a fake password and create the user. Okay. Now we got a user we can test, and we should be able to sign in. Continue. Super secret password, and with any luck, there we go. We can hit our secret dashboard now. So we have authentication. So now what do we do? Well, we need to be able to pass our JWT token to the back end. So let's do that, and then we'll be done for this video. And in the next video, I'll show you how to parse that JWT on the back end. All right, so first things first, I'm going to say JWT equals, and we're going to make a new function called getCookieValue. And I'm going to take args.request, and this will take maybe the name of the cookie. So like in our case, it's going to be session. And let's go ahead and create that thing here. We'll create a util directory. And I'm going to call this, I don't know, cookies. Doesn't matter. I'll call it parse cookies, just in case there's some kind of, oops, that needs to be a TypeScript file. I don't want there to be a naming collision as well. I was trying to say before I changed what I was saying. All right, so I'm going to say export function get cookie value. This is going to take a request and a cookie name, which is a string. And then I'm going to say const cookie header equals request headers get cookie. If cookie header, then const cookies equals parse cookie header. And you need to import parse. This should be from cookie. And I will return cookies cookie name. Otherwise, I'll return null. Okay. So basically, I'm pulling in the cookie header, and then I'm parsing the cookie out of there, and then grabbing the particular cookie that corresponds to the one that I gave it. All right, so let's go back to here, and let's import that. All right. Next, we want to do response equals await fetch, and this will be some endpoint. I don't know what it's going to be yet because we haven't created the backend yet. And we can pass in headers, and I'm going to say authorization, whoops, and then I'm just going to do something like bearer JWT. Okay, and then I can say const data equals response.json. I need to await that. And then I can return it as what? JSON data. Something like that. All right, so basically we parse the cookie, we plug it into a bearer authorization token, and then we send that off to our Laravel backend. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can accept that JWT and then parse it. So yeah, that's it for now.